Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas.
Alright guys, welcome to another Pass the Salt, and it's Zorpox.
And also the infamous Grim.
Alright, so today we have a few things in the docket. First we're gonna tackle the Marvels. We saw the Marvels, well, I saw the Marvels a week ago, so you just wanna do a quick overview of what we think about the movie. So
Boy, oh boy, is it not good.
it's alright, you wanna go first? Or you wanna kick this off?
Can we dissect the characters?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so let's start with Miss Brie Lawson herself, right? Miss Carol Danvers. What is she doing? Like seriously, what is she really doing? Like, I'll be honest with you, the character started off kind of grounded, and then all of a sudden it's like she just got really freaking weird. Like, I'll be honest with you, Miss Marvel, I don't know why, I just started to hate that character after a while. Straight up.
You mean Captain Marvel, not Miss Marvel?
Yeah, well, sorry,
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Well, I know what you're talking about. I don't know. You want to dissect the character? I don't know what to say, bro. It's just the character was just blah for me.
That's the thing about it. Is like she has no soul. That's the messed up part about it. It's like there's no substance about the character anymore. Like like I said, the first movie was actually okay. I didn't mind the first movie, right? But all of a sudden it's like this character just taking on like a different vibe, and I was like, and you know, it's very hard to actually get attached to these characters.
Well, I think
No,
they
that is.
wanted to make the character more likable, because a lot of people and reviewers were complaining that she was too rigid in the first movie, and I actually saw in this movie they tried to make her like joke around a bit and crack a smile, you know. So
It was terrible. Straight up, I'll be honest with you, it was terrible.
yeah,
The formula was bad.
it was. So who else you want to dissect in this?
Okay, let's go to Miss Marvel. Alright? Now, I've never had a problem. I actually liked the actress who portrays Miss Marvel. Right? I actually enjoyed the series. I mean, they changed up the origins a bit. I didn't mind that. I mean, it was kind of a little cheesy coming down to the end when they, she's a mutant and they played the X-Men music. I mean, coming down to the end of the series. But here's the problem with her in this movie. She was too into Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
Too into Miss Marvel. Like,
that was some serious
it
hero
was
worship.
weird. It was like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
A
Like,
weird hero worship kind of thing going on there.
yeah, and it's like, are you trying to tell us something without telling us something?
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's my only gripe with her. It's like, she was fine through the movie. I actually enjoyed a lot of her scenes and stuff like that. But it's just she was too into Miss Marvel. It was a little kind of like creepy. I mean, she's supposed to be like, I believe what, 15, 16. She's underage in this movie, right? And it's like,
16.
what are you trying to, tell us here? You know what I mean?
Well, all right. I had no problem with the character, neither how the actress portrayed her. She seemed like a real, as I said a little earlier, it was like huge hero worship going on with her.
Well, basically, it's like, it's funny how I look at it as, it's like, Tom Holland and Tony Stark relationship dialed up to probably like 10.
Yeah, it felt like that. But
She's basically like the female Tom Holland, like the whole like, oh, I'm a fan girl, well, I mean, and then Tom Holland is fanboy or whatever. I mean, but it's like, this kind of went into a realm where It was like, really? Are you really going down that path?
Yeah, they
Uh,
did. They did. One thing I would like to point out is that with Miss Marvel, as I said, to me she was the shining light of the whole movie,
exactly. I would say
right?
that. But like I said,
Her,
my only problem, she was really, it went that direction.
did you watch the Disney Plus, her Disney Plus series?
Yeah, I did. But
Right. I suffered through that series. Couldn't wait for it to end. Now, is that I'm not saying that the character is not a good character. Is a very good character. The young lady portrayed the character very good, but I just find the Disney Plus series as a little boring. The characters like the mom,
uh-huh.
insufferable.
Well,
Give that lady an award because as I always say, if actress have you thinking about a character a certain way during and after the movie, they did a bang up job, and I find that woman was very annoying as a mother. She did a bang up job. All right. The father, the brother, they were okay too.
like I said, I didn't mind her family dynamic. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with her like in the series. Only coming down to the ending, where they're like, okay, she's like, because Miss Marvel is basically an inhuman, right? Okay, you turn her into a mutant. Okay, all right, kind of cliche, cheesy, a reach where you're trying to I guess introduce the X-Men in some weird way or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right? I didn't mind that, but like I said, my only gripe was the direction that she was fangirling at. It's like it was over the top. There was no need for that level of where they were heading with that character.
Right. Um, a next character I would like to touch on is Nick Fury. That character took a nosedive, in my
Can
opinion.
I can I give my 2 cents about that character Nick Fury?
Yeah, you good.
Nick Fury is supposed to be basically in the realm of the Punisher, Deadpool. Basically, he's supposed to be a rated R character in my book, right? And the way how they dumbed him down, especially in Secret Wars, which was insufferable. Like I said, I haven't watched even all the episodes of Secret Wars because I got so bored, right? Yes, the main villain of Secret Wars, he was pretty decent, but I wanted to see more, if you know what I mean, about that show. It's just a messed up storyline, and to me, it been wasted time basically with
Yeah,
that whole series.
that's what I was complaining about in the prior past assault. I don't need to see Nick Fury's love life. That is something they could have just shine away from. If you want to show him vulnerable, that he lose the Avengers, he's not that top spy he was anymore. They could have gone in a different direction than that.
Exactly. They could have done that, but the whole thing is that I don't need to see a vulnerable Nick Fury. I mean, awful things like that. It's like, okay, you had him, you build him up as this badass character from since the beginning of time, like from since the beginning of the MCU started, and all of a sudden it's like you have a wolf and he lost his fangs.
Yeah. Have him in love with a scroll. I think that whole storyline with Secret Wars took a whole left turn 180. I would not expect that after seeing the first 10 years of brilliance of what they gave us to the kind of character he is now. Yes, um, it didn't make any sense to me. All right. As I said, they tried to make this Marvel's movie. They tried to put a comedic spin on it. I don't know if they said that the first Captain Marvel was more like, remember how the first couple of Thors were, the first two? It had
Yeah,
a serious tone, and then is Tiki Waititi, that's his name. I know we're not good
yeah.
with names on this thing. He had a comedic spin in Thor Ragnarok, and that had success. So I don't know if they tried that with the Captain Marvel character, but this movie didn't have any success, right? The story, we'll get into the story just now, but as we say, we just dissecting characters first. That whole Nick Fury, why they want to make Nick Fury comedic? You know what drive me crazy? You remember when they were in the pod and they will crash land into Earth and the brother was saying his prayers?
Yeah, well, and the whole thing about
and Nick Fury, what he was saying in the pod? He was saying Amen or Hallelujah or some kind of craziness like that. And I mean, that wasn't even funny. That I don't know what the writers were thinking, what the director was thinking. You remember I told you that cosplayers on strings, but we get into that just now. Who else you gonna deal with? You're done with Nick Fury, or we could go to Photon?
Okay, let's done with Nick Fury. Reestablish. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, he's supposed to be a rated R character, just like Blade. Just like he's supposed to be in that realm. I mean, and I would stand on the sword and say that. I mean, and let's leave it there for Nick Fury. Right? Let's go on to Miss Villain herself.
No, wait, we forget Photon.
Well,
exactly. I could understand why you skipped over that, because she really had any purpose really in the movie, especially other than coming down to the end. She didn't really have a purpose in the movie, really.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into the villain. All right, Miss Daban. All right. I'll be honest with you, the most useless villain ever in an MC movie.
Bro, she was just a female. Ever. She was a female version of Ronin.
She wasn't even Ronin. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see any signs of Ronin, other than she was holding Ronin's hammer or whatever.
No, that's the thing. I could understand her perspective in this whole movie being that, okay, Captain Marvel just flew in, boom, destroy the Supreme Intelligence, boom, and your Earth die or dying. All right, I can understand you want revenge or for that, but I mean that story is so cliche now. It's like we've seen it so many times.
It just didn't make any sense. It's like at the end of the day, what happened coming down to the ending? Okay, the planet got restored because Miss Marvel will jumpstart the sun or some kind of shit.
And
like
that's the thing. That's the thing. Okay, as I say, I can understand the revenge part. So Captain Marvel couldn't do that. You know what? This movie would have been so short if Captain Marvel just flew to her and just said, "Okay, sorry."
Yeah,
and I think I know how to fix the problem.
It's like it could have been resolved.
Yeah.
It could have been easily resolved. And
like,
you're trying to tell me, right? You're trying to tell me, right? All the planets in the galaxy that they're probably uninhabitable planets, right? So she can actually be like, oh, I'm gonna take the water from this planet that's probably already dying, or the air from this planet that's already dying.
That's it. The trial kind of
I was like, oh, hey, Miss Marvel, hey, how are you doing? Can you like re-jump back my son?
Yeah, they try a kind of false conflict kind of thing. I don't know. I thought maybe a AI probably wrote this thing. I don't think humans wrote this thing because it didn't make any sense. So, okay, you mess up my planet. You see all the planets that you hold there are going and mess those planets up too. The whole movie was just like a blur.
Yeah, the only interesting thing about I liked about the movie, I would say, is the fact that they were switching powers. Like every time they use the power, they switch places.
That was cool.
The only thing, that's the only thing was actually decent about the movie.
That was cool if it was consistent, because it had certain parts where the characters used the powers and they didn't switch.
But yeah, the thing is, dude, I'll be honest with you, Darben or whatever her name was, she had no substance. It was the most uninteresting supervillain ever.
Yeah, and a few things. One thing I wanted to talk about concerning this movie too is just certain parts in the movie. Like for instance, the singing planet. Didn't have to put that in at all. Right? That did not make any sense.
No.
What was the purpose of putting that part in the movie?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like,
the same thing we were saying, she could have fly to this Darwin is the name of the villain, right? I can't
Yep.
even remember the villain because
Yeah,
she was
Darben.
forgettable. Right?
Darbenn.
Right, great. So you tell me Captain Marvel just couldn't fly down and talk to her husband, say, Huzzy, yo, this crazy lady coming to destroy it. They had to go through the whole sing and dance thing. She had to transform into a gown and dance with him. And then to find out he bilingual, that was supposed to be funny. Really?
It was stupid.
Your planet going and get destroyed.
Stupid. I don't know if it's like, oh, K-pop is popular right now. Oh, let's put in a K-pop scene.
And then the whole fight they had when she touched down on the planet, it was like on the set of a B-rated film, right? I swear I was watching some kind of Power Rangers series or some kind of thing.
Dude, I'll be honest with you, but I think Power Rangers is a little bit more interesting than that. So.
Well, yeah, certain stories in Power Rangers was way more interesting than what I went to see. But yeah, what else stood out to me in this movie that I could remember? All right, the whole part with the flurkins, the kittens.
Yo, that I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or they were trying to be funny,
No,
but it just seemed like
it didn't make any sense because if what was going on happening again? I tell you, I forget. All right, the station was
being
right.
Getting destroyed or whatever.
Right, the space station.
Everybody off the
right. You hearing, guys, you hearing that the space station going to get destroyed. You're hearing blaring over the system, the speaker system that you could go in the cat and they will save your life, right? Why are you running and screaming from the cat when these are the things that are going to save your life, right? They went through a whole scene where Miss Marvel telling them sorry and picking up the cat and it's swallowing them and they're screaming and stuff like that. When
no, I think that was supposed to be cute.
No, when the big strong black guy alien, right? He was the last one to get swallowed. Why he just hold his nose and did a backflip swan dive into the cat? You telling me all of them could not do that? So that whole scene where they're running and screaming, that didn't make any sense?
It wasn't needed. It just wasn't needed. It just filler. You know that what the case was. It's just filler.
Well,
you know what's funny? Back to the villain. I think if they brought back Jude Law's character from the first one, it'll make more sense.
Yeah, Jude Law is really good in the first one.
Shall we move on to the other supporting actresses?
You go ahead. I just have a the ending scene too that didn't make much sense to me, but you could go ahead with the supporting actresses.
Monica Rambeau. Did she again? What she was in the movie?
She was a third.
Basically, just a third wheel. Like, okay, they were trying to have like, I'm not talking to you right now. I don't want to talk to you right now. Moment, right? But it was so cheesy and like overdone. It's like I felt like I was watching like a CW show.
Yeah. And that's all. You guys are superheroes, grown adults. Just sit down and have a conversation about it. I don't know. That is their idea. Think of drama or conflict, internal conflict within the team. But yeah.
I don't know. It's like they know how to pick them. I don't know what Marvel's doing right now. I really hope that it changes because if
wait, don't sum it up just yet. Don't give us the conclusion just yet. Another thing I want to find out is that Darwin, she had the 2 bracelets, right?
Well, at one point in time,
right.
Yes.
How come she wasn't able to control the power, but Miss Marvel was able to control the power of the wristbands? Oh my gosh, it's slipping my mind right now.
Well,
the quantum bands, yeah.
I'm guessing because she's a mutant slash and I guess she's also I forget what her grandmother is, basically.
Oh really? I thought it was because she said I was born for this, the kind of terrible writing so I was born for this, so the bands wouldn't kill me. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
So, I'll be honest with you, I can't even remember if if she was wearing both bracelets at the end.
She was wearing both bracelets, and then they powered up Photon, and that brings the next part that didn't make sense to me. They powered up Photon. Photon flew to the fissure between the universes, right? So you telling me that you had to go across in the next universe in order to close it? You just couldn't stay in your universe and just pulled it together? You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So
I saw the same thing too.
Right. So it to me is like they wrote the ending of the movie and say, okay, this would be a perfect part to just show in the X-Men, give Beast a little cameo, and then they were like, okay, so how are we going to get there? Oh yeah, right. You just let her fly to the next side and pull it and she'll get trapped and stuff like that. But she didn't have to. She could have stayed right there in her universe and probably pull it together. That's just my thinking. You know?
Yeah, and I would say the same thing as well. So you're trying to tell me it has to be closed from the other side?
Yeah. Just to show Beast. It had to be closed on the other side. But go ahead, Brother Grimm. Go ahead. What's the other
Okay,
say?
but you know what's funny? Her mom was actually, to me, one of the better characters. And she was in the movie for probably about, what, 2 minutes?
Yeah, and
3 minutes?
you're counting the end credits? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. But again, Grimm, I'm telling you, her suit looked like trash also.
Well, yeah.
It looked like something they just, a cosplayer was stitched together. And just hurry, put this on. It's for the movie. I didn't like it. It wasn't that innovative. I'll say again, Captain America's suit, as cheesy as people say it looked innovative. It looked tough. It didn't just look like spandex that, it just sewed together. It had armor bits and stuff on it. He looked like a superhero.
You know what's funny? I think the movie was just rushed. It was rushed to the point whereby it's like, okay, it's like, oh, this writer strike is happening. Let's try to get this movie out as fast as possible. Delay the movie. This is a movie they literally needed to can.
Me, as I said,
they needed to can that stuff.
This is a movie. It could have been a Disney Plus show. Give me 6 or 7 solid episodes, and I'd have been cool with it. But hey, look at what they did She-Hulk, right?
Well, let's not get into She-Hulk. She-Hulk was again started off pretty well and just it was really
the last 2 episodes, as I always say, was total trash.
It's like you have to ask yourself the question: is this the future of Marvel?
Yeah, most likely. Nothing going on changing. I'm not foreseeing anything changing.
It's like, okay, they're talking that he might actually like just can everything and start afresh with at least with the new Fox characters.
Yeah, well, eventually,
right?
yeah.
Eventually, but it's like, come on, dude. It's like, I'm tired of this. I'm really tired. This whole time travel, this whole like multiverse, interdimensional, like it has too much going on right now.
It's a question I have to ask. How much money Disney willing to lose until they get things right or start doing things right again?
Well, the thing is that you have to remember Disney has what you call FU money, right? So it's like, as long as people are going to their parks and buying their merchandise and stuff like that, they're gonna have unlimited money to do whatever they want to do, or push whatever agenda they want to push. I hate to say this, it's like I'm not a person that be like, this is this agenda and that agenda. No. I'm a comic book fan. I just want to see a comic book movie. That's all.
That is all. I want to
It's
see
simple.
a well-written comic book movie. That is all I ask.
Right? The things that actually made you fall in love with characters way before there was even a movie, like even the talks of a movie, right? They have excellent writers. Frank Miller, you go down the line, you name it. There are many different writers that write comic books, and you know what I mean? It's intriguing. It has you open like, oh my goodness, I want to actually see this in a movie. And this is what I think it's lost in translation. Stop pushing your agendas. This is a comic book movie that needs to be told the way how it was supposed to be told.
Yeah. Yep. A proper story. And
I don't mind you change it up a little bit or whatever. Like for instance, I didn't even mind like the way how they wrote what you call it Thanos, right? In the comic book, Thanos was basically he wanted to impress Lady Death, right? So that's why he actually did the whole thing with the Infinity Gauntlet and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, they want to have him take down like half of the populations around the universe because of low resources. It's like, bitch, live on that planet. What you care about those other people's resources? That's what I don't understand. It's like you live on Titan or whatever. Why do you care what's going on Earth?
And that's the thing. You went through all the trouble to get the Infinity Gauntlet, and you have unlimited power in your hand. Even if the resources depleted or some kind of thing, couldn't you just replace it? I just a question.
I'll be honest with you. You know he didn't even need those Infinity Stones. His army alone could have taken out a lot of people. It's like, dude, it's like poor writing, but like I said, even back then, that was okay. That was okay. I didn't mind that, right? But come on, like the new writing these days, I don't know where they getting these writers.
And that's
what they're doing, it's not it.
And that's the thing.
It doesn't cut it.
That's the thing, right? Is about they wrote about resources and stuff. I don't know if it was like a hidden message because of what happening on the earth with the global warming and stuff like that. I don't know if it's that direction they were going, but I really thought that even if they didn't want to go the comic book way, I still think they should have, in the sense that Thanos shouldn't like make that amount of sense. He's a mad titan, so I would have been cool with him just wiping out half the universe because he's trying to impress that.
Yeah.
I would not mind. I would not mind they doing that over in the MCU at all.
Yeah, it would have been fine, dude. It would have been fine.
Crazy. He just want to see people die. I Thanos' whole shtick. You want to impress that. So let me kill people. I would not mind that, but it is what it is. It made all that money, and I could say it was a real decent finale.
Yeah, it was a success. It was a success, dude. I'll be honest with you. The first iterations of the first phase or whatever of the MCU was a success.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't mind the storylines of each and every one of the phase ones or whatever shows. I didn't mind, but whatever they're trying to do now is completely, like alter bongs. I mean, it's stupid.
All right. Yeah, it's alter bongs. But here what, right? We almost nearing like 30 minutes of this, and I already vent enough on the Marvels, and I don't want to vent on it anymore. So the next thing we wanted to touch on. All right. So before we go to the next topic, any final thoughts at all? Because I know we will be discussing Marvel again in the future, because I don't think they're going to change. So any final thoughts?
Let's hope for that the writer strike is over. Let's say the writer strike is over. Let's blame it was the lack of writers needed to finish these shows. All right, let's say that. Let's live in ignorant bliss. All right, so let's hope that the next Marvel movie it's gonna be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Okay, we hear talks about Blade. Blade. Apparently they said that they have new writers and the actor. I forgot his name.
Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali. You call him Mr. Ali.
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually says he likes the script. So let's hope. Hope for the best with certain other movies. I hope that they do something decent with the Black Knight, stuff like that. with
Yeah.
Kit
Well,
Harington's character, and let's hope. I don't know. Let's be hopeful.
all right. So we'll see. So all right. So that was part one. That was more of a rant than a review, I guess.
Well, yeah, I guess it was a rant, but I mean that's part about doing a review.
All right. So
But oh
okay,
yeah, quick question. So out of 10, how much do you actually give that movie?
3.
Dude, I probably give it a 2.
3.
2. I give it. It was a waste of time. I'll be honest with you. If you haven't seen it yet, don't go and see it. It's not worth it. Go on YouTube and probably watch the end credit scene if you care to. But other than that, terrible movie. Waste of time.
Yeah, it was. Um, all right. So up next we are going to do. All right. So you know what? I think this is a annual thing that we do, right? Every year we say what toy lines we want to see in the following year and which company we think we would like to see them do it.
Okay.
All right. So you have your list. I have my list.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
So let's start it off. I would actually like to see SWAT cats. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. SWAT cats.
And which company you like to see do it?
I didn't. But I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of starting to like I've been liking what Super Seven's been doing. I haven't yet to buy a Super
Oh
7 figure,
my god.
but I don't mind Super 7 actually doing it.
You know SWAT cats
I
have
just-
a jet, right?
Yeah, I know they probably. Oh, dude, I'll be honest with you. I know they're probably gonna supposedly, you know, do this. If they do a vehicle, it's gonna be expensive as hell. I mean, but I think if there's anybody to do it, it'll probably be Super 7.
Man, hear what, right? If
I don't mind
Super 7,
Mattel. I'll be honest with you. I don't. Yeah, I don't even mind Mattel doing it.
if
To be honest
Super
with you.
7 doing that, I just think about, okay, if you're gonna do this toy line on this IP,
Mm-hmm.
we have to see if this toy line, cartoon, whatever movie have vehicles.
Right.
Super 7 does run the range at like 6 inches. They just do the reaction stuff. They could probably go the reaction way, but I would like fully articulated, if they're doing the SWAT cats, fully articulated figures, 4 inches. And then I could see we getting a turbo cat with the bike and the ejector seats, the works.
Yeah, that actually be sick. That's actually a decent vehicle. I mean, and you know, the thing is that you want a company that actually pull it off.
Yeah,
Properly.
you're not wrong. You're not off at all.
Mhm.
In the sense
Yeah.
that they could do the 6-inch, a 6.5-inch version because 6 inches you rave now. Everybody want that scale, but the chances of you getting the turbo cat to those figures slim. If you want to just get the figures themselves, yeah, be good to go. But I would have liked to see them at 4 inches with the plane somehow.
Yeah, true.
All right. So with my pick, I want. You remember Mask?
Yeah. So like the Jim Carrey mask.
No, not Jim Carrey Mask. Mask, the cartoon with the guys with the helmets, with the cars that used to transform. They used to show it on TV when we were younger.
Okay. Kind of. I don't know. I can't
Oh
remember.
my gosh, you can't remember Mask.
Maybe if I see it, I'll probably.
Yes,
have a-
I telling you, if you
but-
see it, if you see it, you will remember it. All right.
As you see, volcano splits to reveal a turret.
Nicely done, Bruce. Tracker,
Distress signal, Matt.
assemble mask. It could be Venom.
Peter's got T-Bomb! You're coming with me. Convert masked volcano. Uh-oh, tracker. See ya, kid. Hold it, Bruno.
Mask, volcano, T-Bob, Boulder Hill, and Stinger. Each sold separately with a figure. Batteries not included. Mask, where illusion is the ultimate weapon.
All right. So we back. So you see Mask, right? You know what we talking
Yes, I
about?
did, yeah. I
Right,
remember,
good.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So if it's mask, I would like Hasbro to do it. And as I told you with the SWAT cats that you came up with, 3 3/4 inches, bro. They'll be able to
Okay.
have vehicles because with mask, their vehicles are characters just as important as the humans.
Right.
They need the
okay.
vehicles. That's what the whole show is about. The mask and the vehicles. So yeah, Hasbro mask 3 3/4 inch line. Okay.
Well, going back to like the squad cats, I don't mind like if Hasbro probably does it, but Hasbro's probably gonna do the HasLabs for the squad cats jet, if you know what I mean. That's the only thing, and it's gonna suck. It's literally gonna suck.
I don't know if Hasbro have so many IPs under their belt that they're doing nothing with, boy, for them to go and get SWAT cats. Yeah, I think Super 7 might take a crack at them.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not really excited for that. I don't know. I'll have to see it. I don't.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Hasbro to do SWAT cats, I think it's like I said, the figures might be decent, but when it comes down to the jet, it's gonna suck because, like I said, they're gonna piss a lot of people off.
Yeah. All right. So.
The other one I would suggest, and again with Super 7, Centurions.
Centurions. I
Yeah.
heard it have a independent company that doing them, but they're costly.
Yeah, well, hence why I was like, I'll be honest with you, Super 7 does like the 90s cartoons pretty well. And I even like the Power Ranger figures that they have, the action figures that they have. The Power Ranger line is actually pretty decent. They look they look good.
Okay.
I don't mind actually getting them because I actually seen that they dropped in price a bit. So we shall see. But I'll be honest with you, Centurions, definitely Super 7 to keep that era going.
All right. My number 2 is Mattel. I would like Mattel to do Street Sharks.
Oh yes, I actually have Street Sharks as one of my honorable mentions.
And for collectors out there, they will know what I'm talking about when I say no Mattel Creations exclusive. Please make the figures and just send them out to mass retail so we could have them. So you wouldn't have to go through any website or anything like that to get these figures.
Quick question: who's actually doing Biker Mice from Mars?
It have a company called Nacelle doing them right now.
I believe that company is the company to do Street Sharks.
I don't mind at all. I don't mind the bike.
Because I'll be honest with you, I do like the Biker Mice from Mars, and they have a very similar, like, art style.
Yeah, I don't mind if Nacelle do it. I don't mind
Yeah.
at all. But I think Mattel have the licensing. I could be wrong, but I think Mattel have the licensing for Street Sharks, so they could do it. But
Yeah, either way, I don't mind. Because I honestly like He-Man. Mattel does He-Man, right?
yeah, they own He-Man.
Yeah. So it's like very similar art style in some cases. So I don't mind. I don't mind Mattel doing it. But I'll be honest with you, I prefer the company that has the Biker Mice from Mars.
All right.
They actually look pretty decent.
All right, cool. So, all right, your number 3 is what?
Double Dragon.
Oh, wow. Double Dragon. Who you want to see do it?
Actually Mattel. I don't mind Mattel doing it. Yeah.
All right, cool.
To actually keep it at a decent price point. Or even Storm Collectibles. I don't even mind Storm Collectibles doing it.
Yeah.
But I do like Mattel to actually do it because I believe that they would actually do it well. And who knows if they probably already have the license already. So
I think it was over San Diego Comic Con. I saw like somebody doing Double Dragon. But if it's not Storm, is another company. By chance you know the company called Sota?
Yes, I do.
Right.
They make actually decent like video game characters and stuff like that.
Right.
Like
They have good. So the Street Fighter. I have a couple of them. I think the owner of Sota, I think he has a toy company now. I know he has a statue company, but I think they're doing Double Dragon figures.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I saw them in San Diego Comic Con, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, that'll be actually pretty decent.
Yeah,
That'll be
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. That guy,
Because
that
Good
guy.
actually makes really good figures.
Yeah, that guy, he, man, when it comes to sculpting stuff, he real good. Anybody who have Sota will know that they will attest to that. All right, so my number 3 is Storm Collectibles. Please finish an intellectual property. Please finish an IP. All right, so there are certain characters I would like to see. Grim,
Mhm. Yeah.
Galford, Samurai Shodown. We mentioned this before. Lord Raptor from Darkstalkers. That's the zombie guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
I love to see them do that. And
I'll actually love to see that indeed.
yeah, and please do a Horang from Tekken. And another thing, please re-release old figures so persons that didn't get the initial release could try to get them now. Because hey, they did Mortal Kombat Raiden. That thing flew off the shelves. All the pre-orders were finished and they never released the Raiden. They did them in red and they did them in blue. I think it was the Mortal Kombat 2 version, either 1 or 2.
Okay.
And I didn't get a chance to order anything or buy anything. So Storm Collectibles, please finish an IP. They have IPs for everything now. You know, they might have the IP for Sesame Street. Right? They're just snatching up IPs. Alright? So alright, what about you? Number 4.
Okay, this one is not necessarily like a figure that hasn't been made, but I would like to probably see Bandai, like, you know, the Lightning Collection line or whatever. But
you want
Peter
them?
Box.
Oh, bro, oh my gosh, that's a good
I
one.
would love to actually know. SH Regards, I believe, does Peter Box at the moment, right? But SH Regards, you can't really get the figures, like at least at a decent price at the moment, because they were figures that came out like years ago.
Right.
But I would actually love to see like a budget figure for the Beetleborgs, just as very similar to the Lightning Collection, because there are a lot of Beetleborg fans out there, especially the Beetleborgs in a metallic. So I would actually like to see that. Bandai actually take on. Well, Bandai and SH Regards and whatever is all the same anyways as you take it. But I'd actually like to see like a very similar line to the Lightning Collection for the Power Rangers, but Beetleborgs.
Yeah, nice, real nice. All right, so my number 4, okay, NECA, TMNT, the next mutation.
Ooh, okay.
I would love to see NECA tackle those turtles. I'll get all 4, all 5. Venus 2.
Like I said, NECA does, for whatever reason, TMNT is their line. They're killing it.
Yeah, they're killing
literally killing it with the TMNT line.
Killing it.
So, speaking of that, right, to join your
So this is your number 5, right? This is your number 5. Okay.
I would actually also like to see NECA do the set Seth Rogen's TMNT movie.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to see them do the figures for that.
I remember you mentioned that in the last one. Yeah.
Because I do actually. What I mean, I didn't mind the movie. To be honest with you, a lot of people went crazy about it because I guess the origin or whatever was altered.
Right.
Drastically.
I haven't seen
it. And I knew a lot of fans would be, they'd be a little kind of like testy because of that. But I did love the design of the turtles. That kind of like grungy.
Yeah. You like the design? Playmates not good enough for you?
No, I'll be honest with you. I think they could have done a better job. I mean, but I understand it has to be within a certain budget.
No, but I find Playmates, the models look exactly like how they show in the movie.
I don't know. To be fair, I'll be honest with you. NECA to me is doing a really, really good job with the turtles.
I see what's going on.
I would love
Playmates.
To see,
So don't tell me, Playmates have that stigma of being too toyish.
Yeah.
Too kid toyish.
It's not very collector like.
What?
Thing more about. I really.
Nah,
I mean, it is play. Okay, there's play factor with the playmates, fiddles, but I do like the way how NECA does their stuff. You know what I mean? You have to
Alright.
agree with me on this one.
No, I'm not faulting you on that at all, but
Alright.
I think Playmates did a good job with just, doing their stuff with the turtles. But hey,
I'll be honest with you, if there's playmates on the shelf or NECA on the shelf, I'm going NECA.
well, alright, yeah, no problem. All power to you, bro. All power to you. Alright, so my number 5, SH Figure Arts. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. Please lower your prices on the Street Fighter line. Please. So here what, right?
They lower their prices on.
Yeah. So here what,
I'll
right?
be honest.
Here this Grim. So they re-released Ryu and Chun-Li from their Street Fighter line because they see like Jada killing it now with the Street Fighter line. So they want a piece of the pie. I think it was a missed opportunity on SH Figure Arts to, if you're re-releasing Ryu and Chun-Li, give them the proper player 2 colors.
Uh-huh.
You might, the original Ryu is a red headband, white gi. When you're playing Street Fighter, if you hit a different button, you might get him in a blue gi, yellow headband.
Right, yeah.
Do that instead of just releasing them. They're giving Ryu a kind of dirtyish white color, right? And Chun-Li, they're giving her more metallic look. And I find that it makes sense.
But where did you get in like the design from? Are they taking it from which Street Fighter?
Most likely, I think they will be going with Street Fighter 2. I think they will be going with Street Fighter 2. The way all those figures look. I mean, if you want to give us a Chun-Li, give us a Chun-Li in her red outfit or something like that, like a real player 2 outfit, instead of just giving back Chun-Li with just a metallic color, like a metallic color scheme on her instead. Same thing with Ryu. Give us Ryu in blue or some kind of thing like that, right? Because I being honest with you, Grim. Just like you, if you see Playmates and you see NECA, you gonna pick NECA. Yeah. If I see SH Figure Arts and I see Jada, I am picking Jada toys because it's good for my pocket.
Yo, dude, I'll be honest with you. I totally agree.
$80 as opposed to $25. I could get two. Yeah, I could get 2 figures and have change over for like a hamburger or something, right? And enjoy my Jada, right? So missed opportunity on SH Figure Arts. They had the ball rolling because I have a couple of their Street Fighter stuff, but you could see like they weren't taking it seriously, or probably sales wasn't good enough. So they probably stopped, or they were just trickling out figures, and then they give us figures that we really didn't want to see at the time, like Rashid. Some people didn't want to see Armika. Or you could make those 2 characters before you make Balrog, before you make Dalzim or Honda, right? Just saying.
Well, I guess it's popularity because a lot of the newer characters these days,
yeah, and
it's
right
all
now,
about popularity.
And right now, just a couple of days ago, they show off at SH Figure Arts doing a guile.
Okay.
While they didn't do that before. So all I'm saying, SH Figure Arts, if you're listening, please take a note of what Sota did. Sota gave us the player 1 colors, and then they gave us the player 2 colors. Right? So they should have gone in that direction. Alright, bro. So what's your number 6?
Well, my number 6, I guess it would be again SH Figure Arts. But I mean, they're already doing it. It's like, for instance, I'm a Gundam fan.
Right.
But the thing is that they weren't really Gundam pilot action figures. They, I mean, you have the model kits. Okay, they started to do like, I guess they figurize like with the the women characters and stuff like that, in model kit form or but yet, I mean, years ago they did action figures, but I believe a company did action figures, but I mean, you can't get them again. So SH Figure Arts is now, they have the license apparently to do Gundam figures. So they're doing like, okay, for instance, the Gundam Witch from Mercury, they did that. So they have figures coming up for that. As well as they have figures coming out for the Gundam movie.
Figures or model kits?
Yeah, figures.
Okay.
So they're slowly getting into that, and like hopefully I would like to see them expand in the Gundam universes. So for instance, we're not gonna just only get like what's popular, like for instance, Seed Gundam Seed and Seed Destiny and like you know again Witch from Mercury. Those shows are good. Don't get me wrong, I love those Gundam series, but I would like to see like the older stuff. Like I know again like there's Armor Ray figures and stuff like that came out and Shah as the Bolt and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
But
I find those
let's expand on the universe.
Those
Yeah, and
expensive though.
that. Yeah, they are very expensive.
Those expensive.
So I would actually like to see like you know the other universes like Gundam Wing, IBO, Double O, those ones that are actually really, really popular. Like I understand that the ones that they're making for are popular and are popular at the moment. But I mean there are other Gundam series that are way more interesting.
Yeah, and I've been honest with you too. If they did some Gundam Wing action figures, I would buy them.
Exactly, that would
Definitely.
actually sell.
That will sell.
Especially in the US market, it would sell.
Yeah, you know how cool that will be. You have the model kits in the background and you have the figures just in front of them.
Dude, I would love to get a Hiryu figure.
That'll be so cool.
I
And
mean,
then you're giving them in their civilian clothes and when they're in the suits, the space suits.
yeah.
That'll be real
Well,
cool.
I'll be honest with you. They could do either or. I'll buy them. It's actually pretty decent. I actually prefer them in the civilian clothes, to be honest with you, because that's the most common look for them. But I don't mind this, and they don't have to like over accessorize these figures and such by you have to put like this makeshift the cockpit and stuff like that. I don't necessarily need that.
No, you don't.
All I need is
You don't need it,
like
but certain accessories like Katra and his violin, Troa and his flute.
yeah. But
Yeah.
like I said, I don't need the cockpit to actually put them in and have them sit down in it. No, I don't need that.
I
mean,
win mine.
I
This is a
don't
good
mind
price.
it.
I win mine.
Yeah, I don't mind it if it's like a deluxe set or something.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I don't mind that, but I prefer you just come up with the figures, just like certain, like little certain things that you saw them do in the show.
Yeah.
Over like as you said, Capture's violin, maybe like a pistol or some kind of thing like that.
Of course.
Capture had the goggles.
Yeah.
Used to have the goggles and stuff like that. Other Gundam characters have very similar like traits. Like if you go in IBO, like Mikazuki, right? He always had like he's always eating these like plums or whatever he was eating. So it's like, dude. I mean, and the thing is that those things would sell, but I guess they probably want to see like what's going on with what they're gonna bring out here now, and then maybe they'll possibly like expand. Who knows? But I'm actually excited for that. Who knows? I might actually even pick up maybe some of the Gundam Destiny figures from the movie that's coming out.
To me, I find these companies playing it safe, and they really don't want to test the waters. They're not coming up with anything very innovative to really capture people.
You know what's funny? I think I remember the company name. I think is Mega House. That was the company before that was actually making like the Gundam pilot figures and stuff like that, but they stopped making them.
Yeah.
So like SH Regards doing it now, so let's see more Gundam like pilot figures. That'll be sick.
Yeah, and something I want to add to, I mean, if these companies don't want to touch on IPs that are established like Gundam Wing, everybody know Gundam Wing, far less these companies coming up with something entirely new.
Well, the funny thing is that, don't get me wrong, even though Gundam Wing was brought to the West and everybody, I guess that's the Gundam series that a lot of people in the West gravitated towards too. It's not popular as some of the other Gundam universes, right? So I mean they don't necessarily have to do like Gundam Wing, but there's a lot of Gundam universe with like really really cool pilots, especially, and like we talk about male and female pilots here. So it's like, dude, like let's expand on that. Like, yes, the model kits are awesome. I love the model kits, but let's get some pilot figures. I mean.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, so my number 6, I would like McFarlane to do Savage Dragon,
Ooh,
Ultra Force, and
but quick question: is Savage Dragon actually Marvel, like a Marvel property?
nah, that is Image.
Image, okay.
That's Image, yeah. So yeah, Savage Dragon, Ultra Force, and remember Wildcats.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I would love McFarlane because McFarlane already did a Grifter. Grifter is part of the DC universe now. Um, there's a whole thing where I think Jim Lee, Soul, Wildstorm. That is where Wildcats. I think that is his company. That when he was in Image, he had his small company called Wildstorm, and Wildcats was in under that umbrella, and I think he sold that to DC. If Grifter there, I will guess that Wildstorm there and Wildcats there, so I will be excited to see them. He already did Grifter, so let me see the rest of the team. As I said before, Ultra Force and Savage Dragon. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Your number 7.
I would like to see Bandai either one do a 1/100 scale Garrett Zulu from Gundam Unicorn. I love that like movable suit. I'll be honest with you, one of the best looking Zaku's ever. Right, I would actually love to see them. They don't necessarily have to do like a master grade of it, but I would like to actually see like like a RE or something like just 1/100 scale, or full mechanics, or whatever. I mean, so just once it's 1/100 scale. A Zulu, which is good. They do have like conversion kits, like to build them or whatever. But you know what I mean, it's those kits cost a lot of money to achieve that. So, but I would actually like to actually see Bandai actually do like a Zulu.
All right, so my number 7, Jada Toys. I would like to see Jada do Metal Slug figures, ones that we can't afford because there's another company, can't remember the name right now, doing Metal Slug figures with cloth goods, so they're looking like Mezco stuff. They're looking similar to Mezco, and these figures go in for like $120. And I was like, that's too much. So if Jada could do Metal Slug, because they're doing game, Jada doing Mega Man, they're doing Street Fighter. If by chance they could do Metal Slug and keep the price point at about $25-$30 around there, yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, actually Metal Slug is actually a decent game. If you ever played it. Well, you played it.
Yeah. Arcade, at home, yeah, Metal Slug all the way.
That was actually like one of the most occupied games in an arcade.
Yeah, for sure. That, and back in the day, it was that and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yep.
X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Metal Slug 4.
Yeah, it had a line. People just used to stick. Yeah, people just used to stick the tokens next to one another, knowing in what queue they in, and run that Game Boy. All right, so your number 8.
Sticking with Gundam because again, I'm a Gundam guy.
Right.
I would like to actually see they expand on the IBO Master Grade line.
Okay.
All right. We have 1 or maybe 2 model kits. I mean, Master Grades or whatever. We have the Barbatos, but come on, let's get something else. Let's get like a Floros. Let's get a something. At the end of the day, it's like, okay, yes, we all love the main suit or the main character or whatever, but come on, expand on the universe a little bit.
Right. Alright, so my number 8, Super 7. Just because I heard that they have the Tiger Sharks IP. Tiger Sharks.
Okay. That would actually be pretty decent.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, Super 7, I don't know why. If they told me that they're doing all the 90s cartoons, I don't have a problem with it. Because it just feels natural to them. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's very natural for them to actually do those kind of things.
Yeah, they had the IP, so yeah, go at it, you know what I mean? But alright, what about your number 9?
My number 9 would be, again, Bandai, please, let's get a 3.2 Zaku. Alright, and let's make it a VUCA. A version KA, as they say. Alright? Yes, the Zaku 2.0 is, it there's nothing really wrong with it, but at the same time, it's kind of outdated. They haven't, they kill us with the Granddaddy Gundam. They could do Origins. Come on, they could make. They done it in the real grade. They done it in the 1140. Well, they done it in 1144 scale because they done it in real grade. They done it in high grade. Come on, it's time. Let's get a master grade. They're barely putting out master grades these days. You can more get a. You might quicker actually get a MGX than you get a regular master grade release. If you want, make it P Bandai. I don't care, but it's like let's get a master grade 3.2 Zaku.
Oh,
It's that time.
wait, I hope they're listening to this. So,
I highly doubt it, but hey, a guy can dream.
all right. So, okay, my number 9. Some company, could be any company. Now, I like a variety in my collection. Scaling is not a problem for me. I could have 3 and 3/4 inch, I could have 2 inch, I could have 6 inch, I could have Play Art Sky stuff, I could have Hot Toys. It doesn't matter to me. You remember that cartoon Grim, Battletech?
Yes, I actually. What was funny is I was actually gonna put that on the list, but then I was like, that's a stretch. But yeah, I could see it. I can
Right,
actually see it.
right. So no, this is the idea just throwing out there, right? Now we making the figures because it's figures in mechs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make the figures 3 inches tall, like vintage mask. Now, if you go and look at the vintage mask figures, they were pretty small to accommodate the vehicles, to have them like in scale with the vehicles, so they were a bit smaller than G.I. Joe,
Okay.
right? Make the figures 3 inches tall, articulated. Now, they don't have to be super articulated, but have proper paint, have proper sculpting detail and stuff like that on them, right? And make the mechs big enough, obviously, for them to fit inside. So 3-inch figure with the huge mechs that were in Battletech. Any company out there, I would like to see them do that.
You know what's funny? They don't necessarily have to do action figures. They could even do model kits. Like for instance,
They
I
could.
do like the company that did or I believe it's the name of the company is Orange Cat, who did the Tekkaman Blade model kit.
Right, right.
I don't mind them doing it. Or Kuroburukia, I don't mind that. Bandai, I don't know if they would take on that line, but I'll be honest with you, Orange Cat, I like what they did, especially that company that did the Iron model kits. I can't remember what who
Yeah,
company actually did.
it escaping me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah.
I agree with you too. I agree with you, Bandai. You know what?
Not Bandai.
No
Bandai
Bandai, no
doesn't
Bandai.
have
Somebody else. They
Yeah.
could do the model kits, but I was more looking at the figures because the characters, the human characters, the alien characters, you know.
Yeah, true.
I would like them to be, as they say, immortalized in plastic. So make them to be. Yeah, and that's the thing, huh? When we were younger, I always used to get. Well, me, always used to get a kick out of my action figure being able to sit in a vehicle and I could drive him around. I always thought that was cool. You could look through the window and actually see the action figure holding the steering wheel, and you get an idea that to drive in. So that is why I say, with this line, make it 3 inches tall, let them be able to go in the mechs and stuff, make the mechs detailed just like how the cartoon was. Yeah, you could do that. Alright, so your number 10.
My number 10 would be a 1/100 scale Kapool. Now, the Kapool is actually pretty decent mobile suit, and I guess they have it in different other forms other than 1/100 scale. Like again, it doesn't have to be a master grade. It could be a RE or whatever. Just once it's 100 scale. Again, they need to stop doing again the granddaddy and pushing these the most popular stuff down our throats all the time, like different versions and stuff like that. Again, stop that. It's like, come on, there's so many different like other stuff than just those main characters and stuff like that. So it's time for for Bandai to especially like expand on a lot of stuff, open up the universe a bit. You know, let's get like a spaceship now and then, or whatever. I mean, it would be decently cool. I mean, so I don't know why they love to do that whole like, oh, let's put out our next granddaddy, let's put out our next this, let's put out our next. It's like, come on, let's expand.
Yeah, I know it would have been frustrated if every couple of kids you do a granddaddy again or some kind of thing like that.
Yeah,
That
and
kind
for
of old.
everybody, yeah, and for anybody who don't know Gundam, when we say granddaddy, we always talk about the RX-72.
Yep.
Right, that's what you call the granddaddy Gundam, the first ever Gundam. So I mean, and they, like I said, there's so many different iterations of the granddaddy Gundam. It's not even funny anymore. I mean, so come on, let's get something different.
Yeah, man. Let me get some different flavors out there, man. There's so many Gundams out there, so many series out there. Come on.
Exactly. Well, you have to say universes.
Well, universe.
Right. Each universe is spectacular.
Yeah. Do some Bandai, do some. All right. So my number 10. I wish some collectors would stop overhyping Mafex figures. I've seen
I
some.
don't mind them. I don't mind them.
I don't
but
mind.
Yeah, I understand.
But they're
I
overhyped,
understand.
right? I see some reviews, sorry, where the paint applications shoddy and the accessories meh, right? In some cases, I would buy the Marvel Legends instead, to
Okay.
save on the pocket change.
Yeah.
And these things cost over $70 for one. And
Yep.
they will have the collectors say, oh, because it's an import. No, I mean, Mafex figure should be like about $50 for the most. Because, bro, I saw a review with the Mafex Storm, Jim Lee Storm, with her in her white outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And the reviewer, he just brushing over the poor paint applications on this thing. Poor paint applications. When he put it up to the Marvel Legends, I was like, alright, I'm not really seeing the Mafex even more superior than the Marvel Legends in that case. Because both of them are shoddy paint. It's just the Marvel Legends cheaper. Alright, the Mafex might be, the sculpting might be more refined, might be better in some cases. But bro, you could buy Marvel Legends and be good with that and still have enough money left over to buy something else. I just find the Mafex line overhyped. All the women have the same body, right? They wouldn't even say, okay, let us give, let me have like different body types for different characters. All the female characters
Well,
have the same body. The
I
male
guess
characters,
people-
the male characters too, is the same thing. One type of body type sometimes. They have a Wolverine. The Wolverine might be shorter, but I saw the Batman and the Cyclops sharing something. Now,
Well, true.
I could understand you sharing, bodies across lines, but the way how they hyping up Mafex, I mean, it really is with it. It really is with it, to me.
I do still have to say they make the whole Batman line.
Yeah, they make the whole Batman line.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. I do like the Batmans from there. Like for instance,
That is,
from the what do you call them? The also all the Batman figures, I think they have the best one so far. That's all right now. Like I don't like the SH figures because the cape is partially like especially up by the neck area to the back is terrible.
yeah. Okay, well,
It's
yeah.
I mean, but like for instance, I do like the Ben Affleck Batman. To me they have the best one.
Yeah. I still find it overhyped though. Not for that price.
Yeah, well,
It-
they
it-
are. I mean,
At that times, you'll be surfing the web and it's like, all right, you know what, boy, maybe I could drop something on Amafex, and then common sense will hit man and be like, I don't find this worth $80-$90. Not at all. So some type of senses hit me in my head and be like, yeah, you could get something else for that. You don't need
You know what's
this.
funny?
Other companies doing it.
I actually saw the Taskmaster, Hot Toys Taskmaster, right? From the Black Widow movie.
Yeah.
That's like 170 something or 180 something for Hot Toys figure. I was like, damn, that's actually pretty decent, a decent price for Hot Toys figure.
Yeah, decent, but I wouldn't buy Taskmaster for
Well,
that price.
It's not. I'll be honest with you. The Taskmaster is not a very interesting character from the movie. If it was like the regular Taskmaster from the comic, I didn't mind or whatever. But I don't know. To invest, I would say Hot Toys just like sitting once you buy. But Taskmaster, I don't know.
Nah, I
It
not
wouldn't be my
touching.
first choice.
I wouldn't
It wouldn't
touch
be
that because I'm not invested in that character enough to shell out $170 for that.
Yeah, but it's like one of the cheapest like Hot Toys on
Yeah,
the
well,
market right now.
well, for me it could stay cheap. It would stay right there. So what else? Anything else you want to talk about?
I have no idea at the moment.
I mean, folks, this was our top 10. We run through the Marvels. We spoke about the top 10. And you know, Grim, this turning out to be an annual thing. Huh? I think this should be a
Yes, it
tradition.
is.
Yeah, around
Well,
Christmas,
it has.
we do this.
It has always been a tradition. I mean, okay, we took a break, but yeah, we did it for what, 2 years?
Yeah,
now?
2 years. I think
This
this
is
is
the
the year.
30th one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one that we did.
All right. So since we don't have anything more, you have any closing thoughts for the people out there? Christmas season's in the air.
I would say, basically, everybody have a good one. Be safe out there. It's Christmas time. Love each other. Just try to be a decent human being.
Yeah, please be a decent human being. All right. Same for me. Be safe and enjoy the holiday season, family, friends, and your folks. So I think that's it, right? So we'll see you guys
Yeah.
on the next one.
Definitely.
Yep.
So, with that said, peace out, guys.
Yeah. Peace out. And alright, this one is for A&D. Don't make Army Builders store exclusives. Right. We out. Later.